So example 3, form an equation whose roots are 5, comma a half. Whose roots are 5 and a half. So we are going to form an equation. I can form now a quadratic equation in terms of y, because I've been using x and you may assume that it's only x. You can use a, y, p, w, it depends on what you feel is better for you. You can say let the roots, let the equation be in terms of y. So we are going to say y equals 5. I bring 5. This side is a positive. When cos is an equal sign, it becomes a negative. So we have got y minus 5 equals 0. This is the first equation. Then another one is y equals a half. Bring it in this side. It becomes y minus a half equals 0. Still you can even multiply it here. This times this I get 2y minus 1 equals 0. This is the second. Then from there we'll say equation 1 times equation 2. We are multiplying the 2. So what is the first one? Y minus 5 times 2y minus 1 equals 0. So can we multiply using layman's understanding? It will be y into 2y minus 1 minus 5 into 2y minus 1 equals 0. So y times 2y, we are getting 2y squared minus y minus 10y. A negative times a negative, we get a plus a 5 equals a 0. So when you try to collect like terms, we are getting 2y squared minus 11y plus a 5 equals a 0. You can see it, our equation has tried to come out well. Alternatively, which some of you call OR, we can still use the idea of the sums and the products. So we can first get sum of roots. Let's get sum of roots. Sum of roots equals, we are going to say 5 plus a half. We can get our LCM. Our LCM is a 2. 2 divided by 1, we are getting a 2. 2 times a 5, we are getting 10, plus 2 divided by 2, we are getting 1. 1 times 1, we are getting 1. What is it? It becomes 11 out of 2. We also look for the product of the roots. Look at the product of roots. Product of roots becomes, we are going to multiply. That is 5 times 1 out of 2. What are we getting? We are getting 5 out of 2. Then we write our equation as x squared minus sum of roots x plus the product equals 0. So we have already now used in terms of y. So let's change it. It is not in terms of x. It is going to be this, because now we have been used with that. Now we are using in terms of y. You can say y squared minus sum of roots y plus the product equals 0. So we are going to have y squared minus, we know the sum of roots is already 11 out of 2 y plus 5 out of 2 equals 0. What is our product? So from there we get the LCM. Our LCM is 2. Multiply solved by 2 throughout. This becomes 2y squared minus 11y plus a 5 equals 0. That's how we can form an equation, as we are going to be moving to the next example.